guys, it's Alyssa from AlyssaNalani.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do something a little different. I realized that I have been doing videos for the past 10 months and you really don't know that much about me. And so since today's Friday and lots of people do Friday introductions, I thought that I would share 10 facts about myself so that you can get to know me just a little bit better. Alright, fact number 1. My middle name is Nalani. So when I say my name is Alyssa Nalani from AlyssaNalani.com, Nalani is my middle name. I don't share my last name on social media just because I'd like to keep that last bit of information to myself. So I just go by my first and middle name here on the interwebs. Fact number 2, I am half Black and half Asian. So more specifically, I'm half Filipino. My mother is from the Philippines and my father is Black. And so I've come from a mixed household, a mixed family, and I absolutely love it. Both sides of my family are super awesome, and I love having a couple of different cultures in my family to be proud of, and it's really been great growing up like that. And also it's really fun when people try to guess what I am. So most people know that I'm mixed, they know that I'm not one of something, and so when they try to figure out what I am, it's always interesting to hear what people come up with. Fact number 3. So I currently live in the Southwest in Texas, but I grew up in the Midwest in the suburbs of Chicago. And that is something that I will always hold on to. I still can't call myself a Texan. I just not something that I don't think I'll ever do as much as I like it here, and I've been here for over a decade. I will still hold on to my roots and where I came from, and I love saying that I'm from Chicago. Fact number 4, I am a homeschool veteran. So I was homeschooled from the 2nd grade on up, finished high school as a homeschooler as well. And it's something that I'm very proud of, and it's something that I'm very grateful for. I'm really glad that my parents decided to go that route for myself and my brother. And you know, if if my husband and I are ever parents, that's not even something that we'll have to question. We would definitely homeschool our own children as well. Fact number 5, speaking of my husband, he is actually the only boyfriend I've ever had. I've only ever dated one guy. And that is also something I'm very grateful for. When I was a teenager, that was something that was a prayer of mine. I told God that I only wanted to be in one serious relationship that would turn into a marriage, and that is what happened. It was not perfect. It was definitely a challenge. Singleness was a challenge. Dating my husband was a challenge. He was not challenging, just the whole dating, the experience of dating was of course challenging, but it's one of my favorite parts of my story, and I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll talk about it if y'all are interested. I can talk about that one time in another video, but yeah, I only ever had one boyfriend, and he ended up being my husband, and we are happily married now for almost 2 years. So, pretty cool. Fact number 6. So going back to education, I do have a degree. I got my degree in communications, and I actually studied online. So after I was done with my high school studies as a homeschooler, I went on and decided it was kind of a process. So after lots of backing and forthing and making decisions, I finally settled on getting my degree online. That was a very deliberate decision. Part of that was so that I wouldn't have to take out so much in student loan. Part of that was so that I would have the flexibilities that are afforded when you are studying online. It was very, very challenging. But again, it is part of my story that I'm coming out of it. I'm very grateful for, and I'm glad that I did it that way. My life would be very different had I chosen otherwise, and so that is something that I look back on with a sense of accomplishment and pride. the way that I went without getting my degree. Fact number 7. Yes, we're on 7. I can count. Fact number 7. 3 of my absolute favorite things to do, and there are a lot of things I love to do, but 3 of them at the top of my list are read books, eat food, and date my husband. I love doing those 3 things. I of course love spending time with family and friends. I like a whole slew of other activities and things like that, but those are definitely 3 of my favorites. Reading books, eating good food, and dating my husband. Especially now because we are so strapped for time together. So dates are really, really special, but those are 3 of my favorite things. Fact number 8. My husband and I, live in a travel trailer. I believe I've alluded to this in past videos. He actually moved into it after purchasing it before we even got married. And so that was a very strategic decision that we made because we didn't want to start off beyond our means and beyond what some of our goals were at the time. And so that's something that I'll talk about in later videos, is travel trailer life. It is a lifestyle that is, it's not terribly different from living like in a smaller apartment, but it does teach you a lot about space, about priorities, about finances, about just prioritizing. There are things that I can't do, like doing laundry is a whole ordeal because I have to go to a laundromat and do my laundry. So things like that. It's a different kind of lifestyle. It definitely has its idiosyncrasies, but it is something that I'm glad that we did, because moving forward we have a different set of options than what we would have had we rented an apartment or rented a house even. So that's travel trailer life. Stay tuned. I will be talking about that and showing you more about what that's like in later videos. Fact number 9. Okay, this is kind of a confession and it's really silly. I didn't know what else to tell you about. 10 is such a good, perfect number that I had to come up with something. But fact number 10 is that I sing in the shower, which a lot of people do. I also talk to myself in the shower. Do you guys, I like practice YouTube videos in the shower, in the mirror when I'm getting ready, when I'm going about doing different like household things, when I'm driving on the way to work. Yeah, I sing a lot, but I also talk to myself a lot. And the general rule in my family has been, the comment in my family on this subject has been, as long as you don't answer yourself, you're fine. So, and when I'm talking to myself, it's not like it's not so much that I'm wondering things or pondering, you know, like big life ideas or anything like that. Normally, when I'm talking to out loud and there's nobody else around, is I am practicing something. I'm practicing a conversation, or I'm practicing a video like this. You would never know it sometimes, but I do. Sometimes I'm running ideas through my head, or I'm talking through a blog post or something like that. So yeah, I sing in the shower, but I also talk at all times, not just in the shower. Fact number 10. Okay, this is not going to be a surprise to anybody who knows me. I am a bookworm. And I had to add that because it is so much a part of my identity. I couldn't leave it out. I love books, you guys. There's something about the written word that is very special to me, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that my mother read to me when I was a child. I became a very young audiobook listener. When I was too young to read, I had some Dr. Seuss books memorized, you know, like as children often do, and I knew when to turn the pages. I was one of those. And there's just something about reading, something about immersing yourself either in a story or in a subject that you're really interested in, that it's a form of communication that is very unique. And I have to stop myself because I'm about to get really nerdy about this, but basically, you know, our brains don't have a reading center. There's a lot of different parts of our brains there's several parts of our brain that have to work together in order for us to comprehend language on a page. And I just think, I mean, the nerdy part of me is just like, so I just think that's super cool. And besides that, I enjoy a good story. I enjoy learning about things. I enjoy spending time in the Word. I enjoy spiritual growth. I enjoy all of these things, and it's just a great. I not only is it a great pastime, but it's also such a great tool. Reading is such a great tool for improvement, for self-improvement, for being better on the job, for being better in our relationships, for just being better in social settings. There's so much out there to read, and you know, none of us will ever get to read all the books we want, which is, that's kind of sad, but still it's okay. It's just a fact of the reading life. But anyway, huge bookworm, as you can tell. I'm really like literally having to stop myself from keeping for continuing, because I want to talk more. But anyway, if you want me to rant about not rant, because this is not a rant. If you want me to be like nerdy about books, let me know in the comments. I don't know. I love talking about books. Anyway, if you have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to the Reading Life Planner, I mentioned before, that is the video that is right before this one on my channel. It is it's actually right behind me. It's shameless plug. This is my video and it's my planner, so I'm going to tell you about it. So it is a printable planner that is available on my website right now. I just launched it yesterday, and so if you want to check it out, I will leave the blog post and the link to the video in a pinned comment, as well as in the description. You can check it out and see if it's something that you might enjoy using. Anyway, that is 10 facts about myself. Now you know a little bit more about me. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share. Stay tuned for more about Travel Trailer Life. There are some things that my husband and I are going to be working on soon when it comes to the trailer that I'm actually really excited to share with you guys. If that's something you're interested in, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.